So, hi, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. This is, I don't know what this is. I don't know. I did get some good feedback on my first video, which I've hopefully taken into account. My God. Well, I made sure this thing is fully charged, so hopefully you can all hear me better. And what else? I got a ring light. That's the other thing, because it is truly too dark in here. And hopefully that'll actually help with the actual crafting too, because it's too dark in here. And I'm half blind when I don't have my glasses on, so I can't, see what I'm working on. But yeah, so here's video number 2. I was actually pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoy doing this, so I think I'm going to keep doing it, even though I definitely don't feel like doing it today or this weekend in general. But we soldier on. I don't know. Again with the cliches, guys. I really got to stop talking in cliches. So anyway, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Um, I am definitely still figuring all this crap out. Editing is going to be a long learning process for me, I think. Wow, okay. Maybe it's better if you can't see the ring light in my glasses. So yeah, let's uh, let's do some stuff. Anyway, so it seems like my options for the project I'm working on are giant plastic hoop that I hate because it just doesn't hold the fabric taut enough. So goodbye to that. Or I could go for equally giant wooden hoop or teensy weensy hoop in wood, which I do prefer, but it's too close in size to the actual project. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. We shall see. Hang on. Maybe if I can manage to get this project off of this thing, I can use this. This is the one on black I was talking about, I think, where I was like, this is too hard to see dark green thread against black Ada, so I have temporarily given up on it because, again, although with the ring light, I might actually be able to see what I'm doing. So that's nice. But I'm not going to work on that today because I'm still annoyed. Okay, doke. Let's try this. Hang on. I don't think this is big enough. Alright, whatever. That's the wrong fingers are over there. We're going to use giant bamboo. I think this is bamboo. Hopefully this one won't break like the other one did. Because the one I tried to start this on broke. As I was putting it in the hoop. So, okay, that might work. So here's where we are. I actually did make some progress over the last couple of weeks. So you can see there's an actual spaceship. And some more of the sky. And I think clouds. I don't know. So let's put this here. Hopefully it's picking me up because having it on my shirt last time, well, I don't know if it was where I put it or that it wasn't fully charged. I don't know. We'll find out. So I need to find what I did with my needle. Whoops. That's scissors. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. So, where Where was I? I started doing the green yesterday. It's this like fun neon green. It's terrible to work with. I do not like it. Which means that, it's probably the thread I'm going to need most for the rest of this project. So that's fun. I think today I will work on orange or gray. I think I have another line of gray I need to do. Yeah, I have one more line of gray and then I can do a lot of filler in the orange. So, do I do not. I feel like I had ideas of crap I wanted to talk about while I do this today, but they are all gone from my head. So I'm just gonna sit here and do stuff. That is 414. 414. So it is at least a long weekend for me. So I get to stay home tomorrow, and then I'll have to go into the office on Tuesday. That's not too bad. It'll be a short week. Mom is on vacation, but she comes home on Tuesday as well. So I get to pick her up at the airport after work. Oh, shoot. Well, this is going to be interesting because I broke my needle threader yesterday. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to thread this needle. So let's see. I'll be right back. Look at that. I actually did it. Generally, I find it much easier to use a needle threader. So I will probably purchase a needle threader, even though I shouldn't. I guess that, yeah, so one of the things I think I mentioned that I want to use the whole YouTube thing to do is to spend more time making stuff and spend less time buying stuff. Not necessarily like, I'm not going no buy, but I am trying to go at least low buy this year. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not trying to, like I said, not a no buy because I know there's no way I would manage to do that. But if I can manage to stop buying so much crap that I don't really need, that would be great. Need to get a handle on my credit cards because, just because I know what good financial decisions are does not mean that I always make them. So I'm going to try and work on getting my credit cards paid off. I've got one short trip to New York coming up in April. So I'm trying to put aside a little bit of money for that so I can buy a couple of souvenirs at the thing I'm going to. Really hoping to go see BTS this year, but we're not going to talk about that right now because it'll just bring up the anxieties again. So otherwise, I'm trying to, use up things I already have and spend less time on the internet in general and more time just basically with my head in the sand. And I mean, after all, buying craft supplies and doing crafts are two entirely separate hobbies. And I'm trying to back away from the one and do more of the former. Yeah. So I think I'm going to keep this pretty short because I just don't really have a whole lot to talk about today, and I don't really want to talk about anything. I don't know. It's been a weird week. not in a totally horrendous mood. I was in on Saturday. Thank you, Shannon and the Craft Castle. But I'm just kind of bleh. Um, so I'm just gonna sit here for a few more minutes and do a little bit more of this, and then I'll probably not subject you to that. Well, that's not true. I was gonna say it's not subject you watching to my complaining, but quite frankly, I'm really good at complaining, and I enjoy it. And I will say that, like, if you know me, you know that like 98% of the crap that comes out of my mouth is complete and utter bullshit. But I just don't really feel like it today. I don't feel like talking. So this is gonna be a popular video. Maybe I'll just see if I can find some, I guess, royalty free music. Guys, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to YouTube. Um, I am learning as I go, but I'm assuming I can't just like put on a CD in the background and not get a, takedown notice or something, for not paying royalties to who's ever CD, who's ever, oh, whatever, to the artist whose CD I put on. So I guess I won't do that. So, yeah. It is very gray today, which doesn't help anything. It's also January, which is like not as bad as February, but kind of crappy in general around here. It was snowing when I woke up, which I was not expecting. I thought that was over with yesterday. I really don't want to shovel or sweep the driveway, so I probably won't, even though I should. I have a dentist appointment first thing tomorrow morning, and I really got to get gas before Tuesday, but that sounds like a problem for tomorrow, Liz. So today I will probably sit around for most of the afternoon and watch Game of Thrones, because for some reason my weirdo brain yesterday was like, hey, you should rewatch Game of Thrones, even though you don't really love it. And the last season was so goddamn awful that it ruined the whole rest of the show. But that's what my brain is telling me I need to do. So who am I to argue with my own brain? There we go. So I started that last night. Honestly, the first season was really good. I maintain my complaints about the amount of sexual violence on that show, but because there's a lot of it. But whatever. It always surprises me how long it takes me to do one line of like 10 or 15 stitches. I don't know, I always feel like, wow, I made such progress. I did like 25 stitches. But slowly this is starting to take shape. I kind of want to do like a whole, like, little series, I guess, of like different alien abduction style cross stitches, and like frame them all in little hoops of various sizes, and hang them on my wall. Eventually, I have other things I don't need anymore of is art that I don't have enough room to hang up. So I am planning on doing a gallery wall in the living room out there. above my couch, if you know where I'm talking about, which, like, I don't know, two of you might. I just lost my train of thought. Doing real good today, guys. Um, I do want to do a gallery wall, but I have a bunch of stuff I still need frames for, and then I got to figure out how I'm going to arrange everything. But I think it would be kind of neat to have like a bunch of my own art pieces hung up amongst the rest of the, the weird art that I love. So, and come, did I move in here in 2024 or 2025? I genuinely don't remember. It's been either almost 1 year, no, almost 2 years or almost 3 years since we moved in here. And I still have various and sundry pieces of art that need to be hung up in various and sundry places. That Two Towers poster in the background over here that you can't see in this video, but you can in my last one, is actually the Fellowship and Return of the King posters are actually behind that in that frame, and they are all full one sheet size that I bought from Weta after Return of the King came out because I'm a crazy person. And I decided I needed the full, but at the time it was really hard to find frames for full movie theater one sheets. So they all ended up in one frame. Also, I don't think I had any money at the time, so I only bought one. But I would like to put, so you see the back, the wall behind the camera is, that length, but there's no closet there. So I want to put them, I think, one, 1, 2, 3. Um, and then I was thinking about doing like a fan art type wall in here as well, because I do have a bunch of fan art for fandoms I'm mostly not in anymore, but whatever. I have some really nice art from some of them, from some great fan artists. So I want to hang it up. But again, things I need frames for, so woo, one whole line. What's next? I'm gonna do a lot of orange next, I think. So I did that red, so now I need lots of orange. 740. That's this one. I do have some already cut in this mess because I just kind of shove everything into this little cute pouch with a doggo on it. Yes, I said doggo. So I guess I'll do a little bit more of this while I sit here and talk about absolutely nothing. I probably will need to get a better microphone because I'm guessing this one is, I mean, overall, so what I've bought for this, endeavor, this hobby, I've spent $60. I spent $20 on a microphone. I spent $20 on a tripod for my phone, and I spent $20 on a ring light. And if the channel ever quote unquote takes off and I start making like AdSense money, I think is what the YouTube monetization thing is. Well, that money is going to go towards whatever debt I've got, and there's plenty of it. But I would probably upgrade at least the microphone. Like the tripod's fine. Well, ring light's fine. If I'm mostly in here, then I don't need a whole lot more light than this, I don't think. There are probably some things that I would have to do elsewhere, like if I'm gonna make doll clothes, which I definitely want to start doing this year. I will probably need to, unless I decide to do hand sewing, which I might do for some. It's something that I kind of can do, but I need a lot of practice at. But the sewing machine is upstairs, so I might film some in there or something. Question mark. Um, or like if I decide to sit out back, like when it gets nice out in the spring and film out there. But the porch is southern exposure, so I probably won't need the ring light out there because it gets very bright. Um, because of the big thing in the sky. So don't remember where I was going with that. I guess upgrading. Yeah, I would probably upgrade the microphone because I don't think this is very good, and I do tend to be, I guess, fairly. I'm not a loud talker. I don't think I'm particularly soft spoken. According to my mother, I mumble. But, either way, I'm not a particularly loud talker, so I probably need a better microphone to pick up my voice better. Um, whew, okay, there we go. I was looking at the probably the cross stitch Reddit this morning because like 90% of the subs I'm in are for various and sundry crafts, cross stitch, embroidery, which I don't actually do. The general craft one, just because I like seeing what people do some amazing stuff. And I'm over here with my little look how neat the back is for once. Um, Not that I'm bad at it, but there are some people who are like really awesome at their chosen hobbies and crafts and arts. Um, so, where's that? Okay, hang on. I gotta. Oh, there. It sounds like somebody is outside, like cleaning off their car or their driveway. And as I said before, I very much have no desire to do that. I'm really hoping that the temperature gets warm enough that the driveway at least mostly melts. Because I just don't want to do that today. And I don't want to leave the house today. So I'm hoping I can get away with this and don't go slip sliding down the driveway in my car. Well, actually, getting out of the driveway won't be an issue. It's getting back in afterwards because the driveway's like that. Um, so, but if I can't, then I can always just park on the street and, walk my little butt up the hill to the door and come, to get back home. I just really prefer putting my car in the carport because it's really nice having a carport. I basically never have to clean off my car. The carport roof keeps it, I guess, just warm enough that like my windshield doesn't even frost. And damn, that's great. Because I hate cleaning off my car. I am at heart an incredibly, incredibly lazy creature. Much as I like making stuff and doing stuff, I like making stuff and doing stuff that I can sit down to do. So yeah. So anyway, I hope you went and got your craft to work on when I started, because I forgot to say that at the beginning. And I hope you are having a better day than I am. Not that it's not bad. I'm just in a crappy mood. Not like I said, not as bad as yesterday, but like the horrors persist. And I kind of don't want to have to persist. I mean, I will, but I'm going to bitch about it. So I will likely, well, like I said, I'm not planning on going anywhere today, so I don't have to inflict myself on anyone except for you watching this. Um, and it'll, things will It'll get better, because that's what antidepressants are for. You know, if your brain doesn't make enough serotonin reuptake inhibitors, store-bought's fine. Or whatever the heck SSRI stands for. Well, I feel like I've made a bit more progress doing this time than I did in the first video. Maybe? I'm not sure. I definitely am going to have to work on talking and stitching at the same time. Because, you know, multitasking is also a skill. I'm alright at it. So, but I will probably let y'all go soon because this is coming up on 30 minutes. And I don't know, 30 minutes, well, when I'm watching a video, if I see that it's much longer than 30 minutes, I'm less likely to watch it unless it's, you know, like Trixie and Katya or somebody like that. It's not that I lose interest, it's just like that just feels like more of a commitment to a YouTube video than I usually want to make. So I will probably try and keep these to around 30 minutes or less, just to my own personal preference. I mean, I might do some later on where like I try and finish a whole project in one video, but like maybe when I'm better at editing, you can like do like fast forwardy type stuff, so you see like, you know, some of the progress in fast forward motion, whatever the opposite of slow motion is, but still keep it relatively short and actually have a finished product at the end, because God knows this is going to be part 2 of 27 or something. Hopefully not, but you know what I mean. I really hope this microphone is picking me up, because I forgot to test it before I started recording this. Because I'm a dumbass. So, okay. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for today, guys. So, yeah. I'll see you next time. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Oh, yeah. I did want to say thank you to the whole 11 of you who subscribed. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel special, even though it's only 11 people. So thank you to all of you. If you enjoyed this, please like and also subscribe, and hit the bell thingy if you want notifications. I'm gonna try and post at least every other week. I'm probably not gonna post this today. I'll probably schedule it for later, and then start doing like Wednesday or Thursday posts. We'll see. Like I said, I'm still figuring it all out. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.